Housing Development Program is an encyclopedia on housing matters.
This is housing development. Globally, countries are developing strategies and policies to enable a sustainable development of their energy resources, thus contributing to full economic and social development, while reducing air pollution and greenhouse gas emission. In Nigeria, the power sector continues to grapple with the conventional method of using fossil fuel in providing electricity to its citizens. Is it not time we look into renewable energy as an alternative? Take a listen to this report.
Several developed countries have adopted ambitious plans to obtain their power from renewable energy. Hydroelectric power, wind power and solar power are just a few of the type of renewable energy sources employed by these countries. Here in Nigeria, the power sector continues to grapple with the conventional methods of using fossil fuel in providing electricity to its citizens. Is it not time we look into renewable energy as an alternative?
Absolutely, 100%. Our government needs to pay a lot of attention to what is happening in the renewable energy space. If you travel a lot, if you go to Europe, where they don't have as much sunshine as we do, they have lots of use of renewable energy. And when I mean renewable, I mean solar in particular. These countries are in the temperate regions and they are maximizing the use of the sun. So why not we who are in the tropics, who have lots of sunshine, we can actually use the sun for our benefits. So I think the government should look into this critically and see how we can help ourselves become energy independent in the nearest future.
But what loopholes do we need to overcome to ensure the country achieve 100% renewable energy status?
We're not sincere with ourselves. We're not, we don't understand that this is a technological service that, we need to abide by specifications. We're still very much interested in the money-making part of it. Unfortunately, those that are the major importers of this, the equipments that we're using, they don't know much about specifications and the dangers of rebranding. So they just bring in products and then change the brand. A 250-watt solar PV module, you change it to 300 and then you sell it. So the man who has spent hours doing his design, ends up, having a failure that he doesn't even know where it's coming from. They're not looking at the damage being done to the industry and the potential they can derive in the future. Now, going beyond that also, we should have a standard organization that is actually policing these products. But I don't think we have a desk on renewable energy in the standard organizations, which is, that means the person who is actually checking what you're bringing in does not even know about it. And we expect a lot of collaboration with the new renewable energy associations, which we're all founding members and we are part of the board of trustees. The whole idea is to see how we can collaborate with these government institutions to let them understand where they really need to move very fast. Right now, there is no standards. But on the other hand, again, at the side of the government, I can see there's been quite a lot of efforts, recently, especially recognizing renewable energy and seeing how. But there are still some lapses. For example, we in this industry, looking at the challenge of energy and the fact that it's a critical infrastructure right now because it affects employment generation, it affects key development, it affects environment, it affects loss of revenue, which is so scarce. Foreign, the USD that we don't have today, we end up using it to import diesel and generators, and we end up just burning up this diesel, and the government is losing. So looking at all these factors, I think government should actually take it more seriously to recognize, what we're doing in the industry and to see how we can scale it up.
The process of integrating renewable energy in the development of power in Nigeria has already begun. Last year, the federal government announced that part of its plan in increasing the power capacity from 5 gigawatts to 30 gigawatts is to ensure that at least 30% of this capacity comes from renewable energy sources. This is a step in the right direction, and hopefully, if well executed, Nigerians can finally say goodbye to the current epileptic power supply they are facing.
On housing development, you can show of quality updated information on housing development. Housing development program. Africa. Housing development program.
Development Program, #1 and the best in Nigeria, Africa and the globe. A platform for housing champions and stakeholders, solid ground for builders, manufacturers delight, distributors of building materials, furnitures and interior decorators, carriers of best current and trending info on housing matters. Housing Development Program, showcasing your brand to the world.